Hi, boys and girls. Okay, so we have some new vocabulary to go over. First one, bloom. Can you say it? Bloom, bloom. What letter do you hear at the beginning? B, b, b. That would be a letter B. Make the B sound. B, b, b. Bloom. And we have an M at the end of the word. Now, bloom means to become a flower. The bud is going to open like that and then become so pretty. So to bloom, and usually things bloom in the springtime. Now they can bloom, plants and flowers can bloom anytime, but usually we see a lot of them in the springtime. Yeah. So to bloom means to open and become a flower. Yeah, so pretty. Let's count the syllables. Clap it. Bloom. We clapped one time. Bloom. One syllable. Okay, here we go. Oh, I can't pick it up. Next word, nectar. Can you say it? Nectar. What do you hear at the beginning? N, n. Put your tongue up there behind your teeth. N, n, n. That's a letter N. Nectar. We have an R at the end. Nectar. Nectar is the liquid made by flowers. It is sweet. Bees, hummingbirds, they love nectar. Excuse me. So I pointed to the inside of the flower. That's where the nectar comes from, the flower part when it blooms. Okay? It's not going to come from the stem or the leaves. The nectar comes from the flower part. And that's why you see lots of insects and bees and birds going around the part of the flower because that's where they're getting the nectar, the sweet stuff. Okay, can you say it? Nectar. Let's count the syllables. Nectar. Say it with me. Do it. Nectar. 2 syllables. Okay, next one. Petals. You say it. Petals. Ooh, it has the same sound as our nursery rhyme, Peter Piper. Ah. Now, a petal, that's the colorful part of a flower. It unfolds when it blooms. I drew little arrows to the petals. Now, I just drew a certain type of flower that I know how to draw. Now, the petals, you see them on all kind of flowers and plants, bushes that grow flowers too. So the petal, you'll see it when it opens up and it blooms. Yeah, it's so cool. Let's count the syllables. Petals, petals, petals. How many? 2. Petals, petals, petals. Okay. The next one is the word raw. Can you say it? Raw. That means not cooked. And there's food that we eat that's not cooked. I drew some pictures of it. I drew a banana. I drew blueberries. I drew tomatoes, apples. I drew some celery. I drew some broccoli. Drew some carrots. Fruits and vegetables. Lots of those are not cooked. Yeah. Not cooked. That means you haven't put it in the microwave, haven't put it in the oven, haven't put it on the stove, the burners. It's not cooked. And you can eat it. It's good for you. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the word raw. 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 It has an R at the beginning. Let's count the syllables. Raw. Raw. 1 syllable. Now, do you want to eat raw cookie dough before it's cooked? No, you don't want to do that. What about raw hamburger meat? No, you get really sick from eating that stuff, guys. Okay. So you have to cook a lot of food, but vegetables and fruit, that's okay. Okay, next word, sip. That's to drink a small amount. I was trying to draw it. My picture is a little funny. I know. I was trying to draw a cup and tilting it over to get just a little bit. And my picture's kind of funny. I know. It's kind of hard to draw sip. I was thinking of like a sippy cup maybe, but I wasn't quite sure how to draw sip. Sip. Can you say it? Sip. Sip. Sip is a good word because it's a three-letter word. 1, 2, 3, and you can come up with rhyming words. Sip, dip, nip, lip, fip. You just change the first letter and put a different letter there. It's fun to come up with rhyming words, kind of like raw. Raw, fa, saw, law, ta, ma can be pretend words too. Okay. So sip. Let's count the syllables. Sip, sip. One syllable in sip. So you might take a sip. It's just a teeny tiny little drink. Take a little sip. Just a sip. Okay. Well, boys and girls, today, as you listen to me read the story, hope you remember the words. And let's show the words one more time. Sip. And this would be a time that you can remember these words and use them. Raw. You say, oh, are we going to have some raw vegetables or raw fruit today? Not cooked. Oh, then you can say, look at the petals. They're so beautiful. I love the petals. I love the petals when they bloom. And oh, look, that bee is trying to get some nectar. Yeah, you can use these words every day. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you later. Bye.